Hi, this is Kathleen with Kal-Ven Tag and Title Service located at 7000 Bel Air Road, Baltimore, Maryland. Zip code is 21206. Phone number is 410-668-6000. Hours are Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday is 12 to 7. Our website is www.kalventagtitle.com. Today I want to talk about multiple liens on a title. When you buy a vehicle and there's a lien, we do have some people that will have the first lien. Later they will use the vehicle, they will go and pawn the vehicle, probably use it to borrow money, and then the lender will put a second lien on it, and then maybe along the line they use it to borrow money again, and then you have like the third lien holder on a title. I've seen 3 lien holders here in the state of Maryland on a title. You will see the first institution here, then you look below, you will say like Toyota, then with the address, then the second one might say CarMax with the lien information, and the third one might say, let's say maybe like a pawn shop or whatever on the third one. When you have a vehicle that's got multiple, like a customer walks into your business and you see 3 institution names here, and they have no lien release, you cannot register that vehicle. They have to go to all these people that they borrowed money from to go and get a lien release from each one of them. I had a customer that came to me one time, had 2 lien releases, for 2 people, and then it was missing the last one. I said, ma'am, you have to go get me the lien release for the third person. If you have 3 people here, I've had 2 before, and I've seen 3 before. So when you have 1, 2, 3 lien holders on a title, you need 3 lien releases in order for you to register this vehicle. You don't register if you see the first lien release. No, you have to get from the 3 of them. Make sure they've all been satisfied, meaning that they've paid off all these loans, all the money they borrowed from these people, they've paid their debts. And if they've done that, then the letters, they'll be bringing to you should reflect on what they're telling you. Because when they bring you a title, this is what, if you don't have anything else apart from the title, then it's no sale. They have to go get the lien releases, from these people. So I've seen a situation where they had 1, 2, 3. Yes, I said the person came here with 2. If it's missing 1 person, you cannot register that vehicle. If it's missing 2 lien holders, you cannot register the vehicle. You must have the 3 of them. You have to have release 1, release 2, release 3. Make sure they've all been satisfied with the date, seal, signature, stamp, and everything. If it's not there, do not register. And also, okay, if you buy a vehicle, say for instance, maybe there was a lien holder on the title, maybe just 1 lien holder, and the person sells you the vehicle, immediately you see lien holder information here. Ask for the lien release. If they have no lien release, you cannot buy that vehicle. If you bring it here without the lien release, I'm going to send you away. And how do you go about getting the lien release if you cannot find the person that sold you the vehicle? Yes, you should be able to get the lien release. And how do you do that? You Google the name, the company name here. Make sure your information, make sure the seller has signed this title. Yeah, whenever you buy a vehicle, make sure it's signed. Because if, let's say, the seller did not, you can't request for the lien release. So make sure when you buy a vehicle, the title is signed by the seller. Some people will buy a car and then, they don't even know what to look for. They will just collect the title and then they're having trouble registering the vehicle. If that person has signed and printed their name, all you do is contact the person, call the number, because some people will misplace the number. If you have misplaced the number, all you have to do is to write to that person, the owner. You write to this person and say, look, I bought a vehicle from you, because some people will buy a car and they don't even know where the person's phone number is. So you write to this person, write a certified mail to this person asking them to give you a lien release. Yes, if you have written to them and you don't hear from them, or maybe the letter is returned back to you, all you do is Google the company. Make sure you have completed the back of this title. Your information is there, name, buyer, your signature is there, and the seller's signature is on there. And then the price the person sold to you, the date of sale. If that's the case, you're not able to reach the person, you have written a certified mail, and that person hasn't gotten back to you, you're free to contact the lien holder. You call them, you say, look, I purchased this vehicle, I have the title signed by the seller, and I'm trying to get the lien released. Where you have a problem is like if that person is still owing and they turn around to sell that vehicle to you. So you have two options. It's either you pay off that lien on the vehicle, or you go look for this seller, because this title is no good to you as long as you don't have the lien release. The good thing, the only thing that will save you is like the person has finished paying off and they didn't request for the lien release, because some people will finance a vehicle and then they pay off and they don't request for the lien release. Some of them will not request for the lien release, and then the company will now go bankrupt. When they go bankrupt, you're gonna go through hell trying to get the lien release. So whenever you finish your on a payment plan, I mean you finance a vehicle, and that lien is, you have completed that lien, or you've satisfied the lien, call the lender, tell them to mail you the lien release immediately. And when you get the lien release, you attach it to the title, clip it, they go together. Without the order, you cannot register the vehicle. So when you get the lien release, some people will get the lien release and put it somewhere. So, and some of them will know that they need the lien release to sell the vehicle. As long as that lien is still on the title, you must attach that lien release. So when you get that lien release in the mail, attach it to the title, so that when you are about to sell it, it will go together and then you make the sale. So if there's no lien, like I told you, okay, you contact the lender. The lender will tell you, explain your situation. Oh, I bought this car from this person. The customer signed for me, but I don't know how to get in touch. I've written a certified mail and I'm not able to reach this person. Then the seller will tell you to fax them a copy of the title. So you fax them the front and the back of the title, and make sure you attach a copy of your license. Your license is what will tell them that you bought this vehicle. If they see your name printed on it and your address and it matches with your driver's license, they will send that lien release to you. And once you receive it, then you bring it to a tag and title, you bring it to me, and I'll be able to register that vehicle. Without the lien release, I cannot help you. How about if I buy a vehicle from someone and I'm not able to contact the person, or they tell you the company has gone bankrupt? Jesus Christ. You are the seller, you are the owner of the title, and you have you've paid off on this vehicle, and by the time you try to get the lien release, they tell you, whoever you talked to told you that the lender has gone bankrupt. How do you go about this? Take your paperwork, go to motor vehicle. Go to the motor vehicle or DMV of that state, of where that title. Yeah, if it's a mainland title, go to MVA and talk to MVA. MVA will tell you the process on how to go about getting the lien release. Because some of them, when they go out of business, they use the bond to certify all these liens, and MVA will have that information. So some of them, they before they go bankrupt, they use their bond to pay off all the lien holders, so MVA will have that information. So when you are in a situation like that, then MVA will be able to help you. If they go there and they see that the bond has satisfied the lien, then MVA will register the vehicle for you, and then there won't be any lien on it. Then another one is, okay, I think I've talked about it. Yes, when you buy a vehicle and when you buy a vehicle and you're not able to locate the lien, also I just remembered now, there was something I wanted to say. When you buy a vehicle, sometimes when you buy a vehicle from, say, CarMax, sometimes they sell that lien to the loan to another company. Yes, they sell the loan to another company, or maybe the company might merge with another company, and the lien release that you're presenting to me will not be exactly the name on the front of the title. When they merge, or for some reason the loan was sold to somebody else, during your payment, the lien holder will send you information. Yes, the lien holder, when you say, for instance, your loan is sold to another company, you receive something in the mail stating that your loan is being serviced by another company, or is being transferred to someone else or it's been merged to another company, they will send you all that information. Yeah, they will send you the information, and then we'll send you where your new payment will be going to. If there are late fees, they're gonna tell you the new late fees, because this is, you'll be dealing with a different company, so it's just like being under contract with another company indirectly. So they're gonna send you the information that the company has changed to so and so company. Your late fee will be this if you default. What else? Then what is considered early payment and then late payment, and when you default, all those things, and then the balance of your loan. You see the balance of the loan. You definitely receive something in the mail. So sometimes people pay off. There are two situations here. It's possible that this person paid off, the person did not ask for the lien release immediately, and later the company now is now merged with another company, and then when they now want to make the sale, then they'll be looking for this company. When you go online to Google the company, you might not be able to see the company. You might not be able to get any information. It will tell you the business, the file bankruptcy and all that. And sometimes when you Google, you research on this vehicle, you will see the new company. And then you call them and say, look, here is my account number, so and so, I paid off on this vehicle and I didn't get my lien release, and now they're saying the company has been transferred, that you bought the company, so I need for you to send me the lien release. So what they will do is they will check their accounts, check the information, make sure you have satisfied this loan, and then they'll send you the lien release. Another situation would be that you're paying on this vehicle, and while you're paying on the vehicle, they decided to sell the loan to another company. When they sell it to another company, they will send you information. They will tell you, okay, the new servicer is so and so company, address is so and so company, this is where you made your new payment to. Probably if there's a new increment, or maybe your payment will stay the same, that letter they're gonna send you will tell you everything. So when you pay off on that vehicle, that's the company you'll be contacting for them to release your lien. So I beg you, whenever you finish paying your lien, don't think, okay, the lender will send me the letter. Sometimes they don't send it to you. Sometimes they wait for you to request for it. So immediately you pay off on your vehicle, call them immediately. Say, please send me the release letter, because the company might go bankrupt, or they might merge, or somebody might buy the company. So it'll be difficult for you to locate them to get your lien release. So immediately you pay off on your vehicle, that's last payment, write a letter with your last check and say, look, I want my mail, the release letter, this is my final check, I want you to mail me the lien release to this address. Immediately you get the lien release, you attach it. They might send you something like this, all pink. Make sure you attach it, clip the lien release with the title, clip it together, because if you have two options. Either you go to motor vehicle, because we Tag and Title, we cannot do it, or unless I work it in on your behalf. You come here and then take the name off of it. Doing that is waste of money. Because some people will say, okay, I don't want the name of the lender to be on my title. If that's the situation, you come here and I work it in for you. I cannot process it here, because once I process it here, the system is gonna assign a new number, a new title number, so I cannot do it. So when you remove the title, the system MVA will keep that title number, keep all the vehicle registration, and then the new title you'll be getting will not have the lender's information here. And in order to do so, make sure you have the lien release attached to the title to do this. If you don't have the lien release, MVA will not be able to help you. And sometimes some people pay off, and then the lien holder will send information to motor vehicle like this lien has been certified. Sometimes you have to call MVA and see if it's mailed to them that it's been certified. If not, you have to contact your vendor. So whenever you pay off, don't wait. Don't wait, or maybe the lender will send it to me. Request for it. Call them, say, look, I need for you to send me the lien release, so that you attach it to your title immediately. So that if they go bankrupt, it's not your business. At least you have your lien release with you. So that's all about having multiple liens. Remember, like I said, if you have multiple liens, in order for you to register that vehicle, or if you're buying it from somebody and you have so many information, so many institution names here, you have Toyota, you have different names here, make sure you have lien release from each one of them. If you don't have lien release from each one of them, that vehicle you have is as good as, because they might be owing on this vehicle and you're left with the outstanding balance, you know. So make sure whenever you see institution name here or names, make sure you ask the person what is the lien release. If you don't have the lien release, do not purchase, because otherwise you left with like the vehicle is not yours, and that vehicle is still, the person is still owing the lender, unless you want to go and pay the debt and then get all the lien releases in on this vehicle. So that will end this video. If you have any questions, please give me a call at 410-668-6000. Thank you for watching.